And once again, just while listening about drugs, I've already said this in a video. I can't remember where I was saying I was passing through. I think it might have been in on Donald Trump video, but I just like to explain crack cocaine to everybody. And I just really want to debunk it and have it done away with forever. And just I'm so sick of it. It's destroyed so much around me in my life. Kids these days just running around like packs of dogs on crack, and it's just they're all so violent and horrible. So anyway, I'm gonna put an end to this. Okay, I'm a genius, and I'm not a gangster. People are always like, "Oh, I'm a gangster." I'm a gangster. The exact opposite. Like I'm a one man army. Gangsters rely on each other. There's weakness in numbers. They come together like packs of dogs because they're weak on their own. So they're like a bunch of packs. So like, I'm not a gangster, but this is proper fucking gang. As you'd say, gangster shit. Crack cocaine. Crack cocaine is cocaine mixed with a sodium bicarbonate. It makes it burnable, not smokable. If you are trying to ship loads of you take cocaine the way you're supposed to take cocaine, with a club soda and a fucking dash. I don't know, but you like a gentleman's drug. If you're shipping cocaine, okay, it's to do with shipping cocaine and to do with dampness, maintaining, and to do with concealing the cocaine. As it's a mixture, it's not pure cocaine. It's sodium bicarbonate mixed with cocaine. Another thing that happens, so it's shippable, it's disguisable, it's for dampness purposes and it's for shipping purposes. Um, it's also for burning purposes, so you can burn the cocaine and test it without having to ingest any cocaine. So if you're a really big drug dealer, you obviously don't want any drugs in your body in case you get caught. If you get caught being a big cocaine dealer, you do blood tests. It's like, I've no cocaine in my body. It's very convincing or persuasive evidence to the fact that you probably would have cocaine in your body if you're a massive, massive cocaine dealer. Um, so it's a way they can burn and test the cocaine on arrival, without having to ingest it. So you see this in the movie Blow when they're burning off the cocaine to test it, and they're testing to. You see him say, like, these are the burning agents burning off early, just as around 30, as we said, going up to 60. Holy crap, it's going to 70. Oh my god, you see him testing it. But George don't do take. Now, what they take there and then was actually crack. They actually take a line of crack. Can I try a bit? It's not processed yet. So when you get your big shipment of cocaine with the sodium bicarbonate, you need to rinse the sodium bicarbonate off. And this rinse will not affect the cocaine. That's specifically why they use sodium bicarbonate. You need to know the exact amount of cocaine and the exact amount of sodium bicarbonate in your mixture to properly rinse it. This is a very interesting element to the situation because when the police bust a massive shipment of cocaine, it's all in the mixture form. They'd need to take that to a legitimate, as in tell somebody about it, because they're just going to keep it for themselves. They'd need a lot of good scientists. They'd need a lot of scientists. You might need like a spectrometer or some sort of it's one of these methods that they use to test, because you need to find out how much sodium bicarbonate is in the mixture and how much cocaine is in the mixture. I'd imagine so anyway. They don't have these secrets or these details, and they'd have to get them professionally checked by a big machine in a university, i.e., they'd have to register the mixture, where they don't want to. They want to keep it all. So then, what do they have? They've got this big pile of semi-valuable crap. The police, and this is explicitly where it comes from, because the police bust it. No drug dealer, real cocaine drug dealer, is going to put crack on the streets. It's not a drug. It's a burnable drug. It makes cocaine burnable, not smokable. So if you're sitting around, say, and you're watching loads of people doing their rinse, they get their drugs. They're doing the big rinse, or they're doing the test first. So they're testing it and burning it to see if it's good before they start rinsing and before they start going through the process. You might be sitting around, you might be a call girl or something like that, or you might be somebody, and you're like, oh, what happens when you breathe in the fumes that come off that? Like, well, you get a bit fucking stoned, don't you? You're burning cocaine. And that's where it kind of came from, is people sit around and say, well, yeah, you kind of can. Well, of course you can. You can smoke. You can also smoke a car exhaust pipe, which is also carbonic. You can like suck the fumes out of a fucking car exhaust, and it'll probably give you a weird head rush. You can do anything really, can't you? But it's very similar. And they say, yeah, you probably get a fucking bit stoned. It's not proper stoned. You probably just feel a bit stoned for a very short amount of time, but it's not proper drugs. It's not actually a drug. Crack cocaine isn't a drug. Again, it's so anyway. This is where it comes from, is police. So police get a big, massive batch of this stuff, and it's semi-valuable, but it's also semi-crap. It's burnable, and it's not exactly smokable, but you can smoke anything that burns. So they put it back out on the streets unprocessed because they don't want to check it and test it and rinse it. It's not the hardest chemical job in the world. Like I could probably do it, like a C1 in higher chemistry, which gets me in a lot of trouble in life. Don't try, kids. Really, don't try. Once you're outstanding, they'll all just jump on you. You may as well just blend into the crowd. So yeah, this is where it comes from: is police busting cocaine, not processing it, testing it, rinsing it, because again, that takes a lot of time, effort, and most pigs don't even have a junior cert. They're like illiterate, nepotistic, illiterate, you know, criminals. Crooks are worse. They're worse than the people you call criminals. They're much, 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 much worse. They're much, much more dangerous. They know every trick in the book. You know, they know absolutely every crime, every fraud. You practically pay the best criminals not to rob you, but they are robbing you. Like there's 2,000 police officers in Ireland that don't exist. That's a lot of pensions, and that's a lot of freaking holidays, and that's a lot of stuff. A lot of blame pillows, or like blame cushions, or what is it called? I don't know. Whipping dogs. People that don't exist taking all the blame. Yeah, they are criminals. So this is where crack comes from. So if you don't like the pigs, is what I'm basically saying. Don't take crack. You know, good old cocaine. Whatever happened to good old cocaine was cocaine back in the 80s. I've never really taken either. I've tried cocaine once or twice. Probably rare that it's good. And play piano and speak Latin for some reason. It's not for me. I'd have a heart attack. I'd explode. And everybody turns very kind of selfish on cocaine. Nobody's listening. Everybody's talking and nobody's listening. Prefer to stick into your greens, sitting around strumming ukuleles, playing the PlayStations and stuff. Marijuana, sorry, I'm trying to be careful about greens. Natural. Drugs the way God intended it. They grow on trees. They don't even grow on trees. They grow on weeds. It's fucking everywhere. What am I saying? Yeah, if you don't like pigs, don't take crack, because that's where it comes from. They don't have the abilities to test it, and they don't have the information to properly rinse it. This is kind of like an interesting thing about it. If you steal my coke in shipment, there's nothing you can really do with it. It's not going to be any use to the pigs. And the pigs are like, oh, well, we don't care. We'll just stick it on the streets anyway and tell the kids to burn it. And that's the problem. It's it's technically a big, massive, semi-valuable but semi-absolute dirt at the same time. So, and the police don't care for your well-being or your health whatsoever, and they just put it without having to go through the effort of all that science. It's not too much, again, but it's hard to do. You'd need to do some sort of spectrometry or something to see how much how much sodium bicarbonate and how much cocaine is, or anything other kind of chemical, could be something other than sodium bicarbonate, in order to properly rinse it. I'd imagine so. You could just kind of rinse through, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying it would probably be a big secret on so why they don't do it themselves, because they can't, and they just stick it on the streets and just sell it as smokable cocaine. So it comes from the police. And that's the only reason a drug dealer, real cocaine drug dealer, wants to put pure coke on the streets. Not pure, like he'll mix it down a bit with lidocaine or whatever the heck they do. But which is also a vulgarism, really, because like real cocaine is so raw it cuts your nose off or something, or tears through your face. So you actually need the lidocaine. But you don't really take real coke, but then they put lidocaine in it to make it seem like it must be the good stuff if it has lidocaine in it. So yeah, again, more vulgar crap. It's very popular, isn't it? Cocaine, everybody's mad for it. So yeah, if you don't like the pigs, don't smoke coke. You don't smoke coke anyway. Coke's not smokable. Put down the pipe. And I just heard I've heard horrible stories of people that had like $40,000 inheritances, or bigger than that, double that, triple that, and it's gone in a year down the pipe. And so this is how very devastating. I'm not sure about the health ramifications of crack coke or smoking coke. People's teeth fall out and stuff. I've seen the hunger there for it. I was on heroin for a year, and you need heroin to survive when you're on heroin. And some of the lads or people didn't even care for the heroin. They just wanted to crack so bad. So I was very glad I never went. Stinks, man. It's like fucking rots a car. It's like car exhaust pipe, like I said. It's not supposed to. You can just tell by smells. You're not supposed to ingest that. Like, I'm a chemist, and just know you're not supposed to put that in you. But yeah, so health benefits, and it's just a very big hunger and fucking demand for it now. So anyway, if you don't like pigs, don't smoke coke, because that's where it's coming from. You're making a pig very wealthy. You're only making a corrupt pig very, very, very wealthy, because he busted some drug dealer. He hasn't got the brains or smarts or facilities to properly rinse it down to pure cocaine. He's just being lazy and just sticks it out on the street as smokable cocaine, and yous are all dying. And Megan, you're the criminal, remember? You're to blame. You know, you're the one that's the bad guy in all the situation. They're going to bring you to court if you're found smoking. It's very serious as well. They sting you, they trap you. I heard stories of people just having in their quiet little pipe in the van until they busted from all around by the police in their van. You know, sitting in their van. I thought you could kind of do something like that in your own kind of quarters. But yeah, yeah, and they bounce off you because it's heavy crack cocaine. You know, it's the taboo around it. And there's this massive thing about a crack, and always on. Actually, notice the people that are always on crack are always like, "Yeah, crackhead, stay away from that crack," and pointing the finger everywhere else. It's really big taboo. And even gangs and IRA and all will go around and shoot you in the kneecaps if they catch you selling crack on the streets. They'll shoot the fucking pigs because they put it there in the first place. The only place it could have come from again is just a stupid illiterate police officer who has no idea what they're dealing with and just sticks it out on the streets. To the fatality and death and dismay and destruction of so many people. But yeah, they don't mind again. Protecting the priorities, they're guarding, the priority. Protecting the priority, which is themselves. Alright, so don't smoke coke, kids. I hope that's the end of smoking coke forever. Go back to the 80s and get a hard working. Cocaine is supposed to be somebody for people with money, you know what I mean? So get a job and take some healthy cocaine. I don't even think the police will mind you too much if you actually are a very hard-working person and you buy a bit of coke on the weekend, Charlie on the weekend. I don't even think they care. Things run everything. So, but just letting you know. But then there's the difference between that and then just being some poor person that's completely addicted to crack cocaine that just spends all their time scurrying around on the streets trying to score rocks. And they look like really, 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 really bad and they'll bust the shit out of them. Because you're responsible. You're the criminal. And the big wealthy fucking pig who put all that dirty stuff on the street after busting some guy that he's been pruning for fucking about 20 years. That's a great thing about training day. Just letting know as well about dealing drugs. Police run everything. No, absolutely everything, particularly these days because no confessions are safe. They'll just let you work, build you up, and then pop you. Just like in training day. One of my old guys, I've been working with him for 30 years. 30 years, and I think they have a good thing. And one day he just comes around, boop, pops you. You're a criminal. I'm taking all your money and all your drugs and I'll put it back out and make more money and steal all your money. I don't know why they call it love-hate. Like, it must just all be win. And funded by the taxpayer. Yay! They're the criminals. The taxpayer. We're watching you for your crimes. Why do you pay us? It's a good gig, isn't it? Being a pig. All right, I'm going skateboarding. Yay, don't take coke. Don't smoke coke, kids.